Are you struggling with testing your React components using Jest? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into how to test state changes and check for other components in your React application. I totally get it. Writing tests can be tricky, especially when you're trying to ensure that your components behave as expected. If you've ever faced a failing test, you know how frustrating it can be. Here's the specific situation we're looking at. A user has a login component that should display a notification component when there's an error. They wrote a Jest test, but it's failing. Sound familiar? Let's figure this out together. So, what could be going wrong? The user is trying to set the state to trigger the notification component, but the test isn't passing. We'll break down the code and identify the issues step by step. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a pro tip that can help you write better tests and avoid these pitfalls in the future. To begin resolving the issue, the user should ensure that the state is being updated correctly in the test. First, they need to set the state of the login component to indicate an error. Next, the user should check if the notification component is rendered when the error state is true. This can be done by using Enzyme's find method to locate the notification component. Additionally, the user should ensure that they are using the correct method to render the login component. Instead of using React test utils, they can use Enzyme's shallow rendering. Finally, the user should run the test again to see if it passes. If it still fails, they may want to check the implementation of the render method in the login component to ensure it correctly displays the notification. Fun fact, did you know that testing frameworks like Jest were inspired by the need for better software quality? They help catch bugs before they reach production, saving developers a lot of headaches. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach suggested by a user is to refactor the login component. They recommend that the notification component should be rendered in a more global context, like a page wrapper. This way, it can render null unless there are errors from a global reducer. The user believes that the login component shouldn't handle the responsibility for notifications. Here's the pro tip I promised. Always ensure your components are mounted correctly before running tests. This can save you a lot of time and frustration when debugging. And there you have it. With these tips, you should be able to troubleshoot your Jest tests more effectively. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks on React testing.